Good day. Welcome to our Community Infinity Safety Awareness Program. Alberta, Canada is a multicultural country where we have people from different parts of the world. Before we go further, we want to acknowledge we are on Treaty Land 6, where we acknowledge the worth and the ancestry history has given to us by the Aboriginal culture. And when we talk about the multicultural, we have different cultures with different race, different religion. And on the same token, Alberta government or the federal government has divided each month to a specific race or religion to celebrate their heritage, culture, and value. This month, we are celebrating Hindu month. Not this month, I'm sorry, in August. And we wanted to talk to someone, and I could not think anyone else than Minister Yaseen, who has a vast experience as an immigrant, as a new immigrant. Also, he has been a first generation to talk about the importance of heritage in our life. Thank you, Minister Yaseen, for taking your time and joining in a podcast.
Thank you very much, Sunny Pool. It's such a pleasure to join you today, as it's always is, whether it's online or in person. It's always good to be around you. Thank you for the chance.
Mr. Yaseen, sir, like as a new immigrant, and when we have being a young generation, why it is so important to celebrate or acknowledge heritage?
Thank you very much for that question, Sunny. Celebrating heritage helps us connect with our family, friends, and neighborhoods and people in the community. And it also helps us remember where we came from. And when we celebrate heritage together, we learn from each other, which helps us make Alberta the best place to live, work, raise a family, and be happy. Also, just want to let you know that the month of August is a Hindu Heritage Month in Alberta. It is significant month for Hindus because it coincides with India's independence as well, and as well as the Raksha Bandhan, a celebration of love and loyalty between brothers and sisters. So I'm so happy that the month of August is designated here in our province of Alberta as Hindu Heritage Month, and we have a couple of other heritages also that celebrate in this month their heritages as well. In addition to it being called Hindu Heritage Month for the month of August. So we're so happy. Yes, we're so happy, and we're so happy to declare these months, and sometime a week too, and sometime a day too, to dedicate to a certain culture, a certain faith, and that's what we have been doing. That we've done in Alberta, and we're so happy to then meet with people, communities from that culture, particular culture, in celebration of their heritage and faith.
Thank you, sir. And Minister Yaseen, government, I think, has taken a great initiative to celebrate this, even at the legislature also. So is any plan at the moment to celebrate the Hindu festival, Hindu Heritage Month in Alberta or Calgary at the legislature and as per the government initiative?
Yeah, so generally what we do is when we celebrate, we do celebration along with the communities, and there's our Hindu community in Alberta is all over the place, and where we have major centers, we go there, and when they have their own celebration, I also take part in that as well. From time to time, we might have a celebration at the federal building in Edmonton, QE2 building in Edmonton, and also on the McDougall Center in Calgary. It just depends. But generally speaking, that usually happens when it's first time. When we start something, that we will host the first one in there if a community wants. But generally, we encourage community to organize events where we can come with a large number. The capacity of Google Center and our federal and QE2 building is not huge capacity, right? Sometimes in these months celebration, when they announce there's a, up to 500-600 people. So it's organized by the community, and we go in there in that celebration that we do for that particular month. Your question with respect to why it's not at the legislature is it's a non-partisan place, and it's basically under the legislative assembly office, and our speaker is kind of the overall kind of the head of that legislature, and they every once in a while they might, just depending upon the community, they might host a celebration there too. But again, the community has to request, and it has to be subject to availability of the place at that time. So sometimes it can be done there too, but that is non-partisan. It's not government. It's from it has to be from opposition as well as from the government side as well. The representation from both sides, but largely that is managed through our speaker's office.
Mr. Justin, I have another question, right? Like my past experience when I see the celebrations at the federal building or legislature building, it's just a food for thought. Actually, we always gathered only the particular community, say like a Sikh festival, Sikh Heritage Month, Sikh community is there, like, or at the time of Eid, in what my thoughts are, if we can involve the other communities in that, because that's where we can also learn about other cultures and religion. And I know you are really, personally, you are very involved in everything, learning, and, is any way we can involve other cultures, heritages, and kind of invite them also when we do something at Federal or McDougall Center?
That is an excellent point, and thank you very much for bringing this up to me in this important discussion that we're having. The whole idea of heritage celebration is not just within ourselves or within that particular faith or culture that we're celebrating in that month. It is for the followers of the faith and culture to share with others actually outside the culture, so that we can create a feeling of harmony, understanding, working together and getting close and getting close to each other. So I always encourage people to invite others, and I know that we can do better on that as well as government as well. So uh, my own sense on this is that we should always get people outside the faith so that they understand how this faith, what are the good values in this faith, and this, it creates a good feeling of harmony and understanding, and to learn about others' faith, other faith or other culture that we are celebrating. So I think the point is well taken. I will make sure that although we have been doing this, but we're not as much as we should be in terms of inviting others to be part of this celebration, whether it's a Hindu celebration, Muslim celebration, or a Sikh celebration, or for that matter, any other uh, faith or culture that we celebrate. So it's important that we get others outside that particular faith that we are celebrating, so that then we have more opportunity to share with them, the culture values and good things about a faith or culture with with people outside that culture and faith. So that brings people together more, and we learn more. As we learn more from each other, we are able to be able to work better when we have to work together, right? So it's just a lot of time it's just misunderstanding, misperception. In fact, most of the time, it's when people have kind of negative feeling about some faith or culture, usually based on the presumptions that are invalid, and incorrect. And so this, when we meet one in person, we can remove a lot of those apprehensions and misunderstandings. So the point is excellent point. I will make sure that we will do more of that in terms of inviting others to our events that that I will be hosting or we will be hosting as government. And for that matter, I think when the communities host that as well, I encourage communities to also send the invite outside the your own community, so that invite more people from outside. So this is to share, your values and your celebration and all the good things that culture has well, or faith
No,
has well.
no, thank you, sir. And I really acknowledge, like, like your efforts also, like, because these are the opportunities, these where we can create a more harmony, more understanding, and clear communication, and all the misconceptions can be passed or, can be get over, and you can ask the questions in a more respective way. In the same token, like as a first generation or a second generation in Canada, we always get involved in working, settling down, and to reach where we are. And then our kids or the young generation get lost. What as a new immigrant also, Mr. Yasin, what you think we can do better involving young generation and giving them a value, Canadian value, which is a trust, respect, and learn about the other cultures and your own culture at the same time?
Well, first of all, thank you for another excellent question. So first of all, it's so important that uh, our young generation is aware of. First of all, they have to be aware of their own culture before they can share it with others, and they're also aware of Canadian culture too, because they have to go to school. They're outside the house. They learn that as well. So it's important and incumbent upon on us as parents and guardians of those young generation to, from the beginning, have a, positive, kind of, and inclusive upbringing about these kids, about our kids, right? And then I think we can continue to work with our neighbors to find even more ways to promote unique cultures. Minister of Arts, Culture, and Status of Women, my good friend Tanya Fur, will be opening up Culture Days, and I think that's for the month of September coming up. The whole month is dedicated to exploring and promoting the unique cultures that all Albertans, have or celebrate. I hope Albertans have a chance to get out and engage in the new culture during the month of September, because that whole month is sunny. That whole month is designated as called Alberta Culture Days. So people meet each other. People have more interaction with each other, uh, and I encourage that our parents bring out kids as well along with them and encourage them, ask them to participate in the activities, also volunteer there as well. So it's important that our youngsters are involved in sharing and caring of not them about themselves, but also others in the community, in the neighborhood. And that's what makes our province very unique. And that's what makes our country very unique, where all of us make a dedicated effort to get our youngsters involved, and as well as our elders involved in celebration of our values and culture. It is such important. But at the same time, I must say this, that we have all come from different parts of the world here in this province. This province has it offers us so much, and here we can so freely and independently do our celebrations and and uh, and have our get together here here and there, whether it's Calgary, Edmonton, or Fort McMurray, or Grand Prairie, or Lethbridge, wherever. So there are people from around the world here now. Almost, I think, close to 26 or 27% of people in this province are people of of color, people, immigrants, people who come from different places to make Alberta their home. And the more we learn about each other, the better it's going to be for us to work together, to appreciate each other, and keep a province very positive, and continue to keep province in a very positive and the course it is to welcome and appreciate our newcomers. And we have done a number of things that may be a little bit off the topic here. And we have done a number of things to make sure that people are welcomed here. They are recognized for their values. And we have also started a newcomer recognition awards. And I think you are already pretty recipient of that, which shows how people have contributed after moving into Alberta and with the in the progress in the development of our economy in our otherwise social sectors, how much difference people have made who are newcomers and immigrants to this province. And when people, first generation makes that kind of difference, positive difference, their second generation learns from them, their kids learn from them. So that then they also do the same thing, sharing, caring, helping each other, and moving forward positively. So kids are very important, and it's important to have your with them their basic values. And they can have actually best of the both. They can keep the best values of where we come from, and they can have the best values of this society as well. And that's a very unique position to be in to benefit from both sides. So as we continue to welcome our newcomers, and I will continue to welcome their kids along with them. There's lots of opportunities here to celebrate and have them involved in the celebrations of culture.
Mr. Yaseen, I 100% agree. I'm really excited what you just mentioned about Minister Fur will be hosting a culture month in September. I'm looking forward to be part of it and take the kids there and enjoy. I know you are really busy, but before we end, what message would you like to give to the Albertans or the community?
Thank you very much. It's always good to talk to you and meet you in person too. I've had a number of
Thank you, sir.
I just want to say this to you that Alberta is a place. It's a very inclusive place. It's a place of different cultures, place of different people from around the world who all live in harmony, understanding, and respecting each other. And we want to continue and build on this legacy of our province as we move forward. So I ask our newcomers here through this program to please participate in our the programs that we have and program that we offer for our newcomers, including newcomer recognition award. There's a mentorship award, credential recognition. We have done a lot of work. We are facilitating them in so many different ways so that they have more time to celebrate cultures and values too. That they don't have to worry about the jobs. So we credential recognitions. We are working on that. There is a mentorship program, newcomer mentorship program, as well as we have done we take a number of steps under to combat racism in this province. Even whatever even if it's not a big issue, but still we want to make sure that no one is left behind because of racism or credential recognition or other hurdles that come in the way for newcomers. So we have taken so many steps. And finally, I'd like to say that we have started for the first time in the province history in 2022 newcomer recognition awards. I mentioned that earlier a little bit. That is so important. The whole idea behind that is to have our when I say newcomer, Sunny Bhai, that means immigrant, basically people born outside Canada. So when we take a story of a newcomer who has created 50 jobs, living in probably in Edmonton or Calgary, and then we take that how this person came here. He started from zero, and now he's created jobs. He's so useful to our communities, to our economy here. So when we take that story and share with others, that removes the myth of misconceptions about newcomers taking jobs away and stuff like that. So it's actually it's opposite, and we need them, and people also recognize that. And this way, we move forward with feeling of harmony, understanding problems, acceptance, loving each other, and with dignity and respect. So thank you very much, and we will be happy to talk again sometime with a different topic.
Thank you, Mr. Yaseen, Minister Yaseen, for taking your time and talking to us. Thank you. Please keep watching our community Infinity Safety Awareness.
Thank you.